Have you ever woken up feeling just off? Maybe a little pressure you can't quite place. Or perhaps that familiar burning sensation in your chest feels a bit worse after certain nights. We spend roughly a third of our lives sleeping. And yet, how often do we stop to think about the simple position our body is in during those crucial hours? As we navigate life beyond a 65, our bodies change in subtle, sometimes surprising ways. What worked perfectly fine for decades might start to contribute, even just a little, to those aches, discomforts, or restless nights. It's easy to overlook these small things, dismissing them as just part of getting older. But what if one tiny, often recommended piece of advice about sleeping, one you might have heard throughout your life, could actually be something to reconsider as you age? What if sleeping on your left side, a position often suggested for digestion, isn't always the best choice for everyone over 65? It might sound counterintuitive, even shocking, but there's a physiological reason behind it that's worth understanding. In this video, we're going to dive into the why behind this surprising idea and explore what it could mean for you. Stick with me until the end, because what we discuss might truly surprise you and offer a simple path towards feeling a little more comfortable and rested. Let's start by exploring this idea that sleeping on your left side might not be ideal as you get older. It's not about creating alarm or suggesting this position is inherently bad for everyone all the time. Instead, it's about understanding how our bodies, and specifically our internal organs, are positioned and how gravity can play a role, especially as we pass the age of 65. Think of it this way: inside our chest and abdomen, everything has its place. The heart, the stomach, the intestines, they all occupy specific areas. When you lie on your left side, you are, quite literally, placing your body's weight and the weight of your organs onto that left side. For younger individuals with robust systems, this usually isn't an issue. The body adapts easily, but as we age, tissues might become a little less elastic. Organs might shift ever so slightly in position over the years. And underlying, often silent, conditions can become more prominent. The most commonly cited reason for reconsidering left-side sleeping, particularly for those over 65, involves the heart. Your heart is nestled in the center of your chest, tilted slightly to the left. When you lie on your left side, gravity can pull the heart against the chest wall. Now, for a healthy heart, this isn't a problem. But for some older adults, particularly those who might have some subtle age-related changes in heart function, or perhaps undiagnosed, mild conditions, this slight pressure or altered position could potentially be perceived by the body. Some studies, although not universally conclusive for the general population, have shown subtle changes in heart electrical activity for some individuals when sleeping on the left side compared to the right. It's thought that on the right side, the heart is supported by the mediastinum, the central compartment of the chest, and gravity isn't pulling it against the chest wall in the same way. On the left, it might have to work ever so slightly differently against that gravitational pull. Now, before anyone gets worried, it's crucial to understand that for the vast majority of people, sleeping on the left side is perfectly safe, and for some, it's the most comfortable position. We are talking about subtle, potential effects that might only become noticeable or relevant if you have certain underlying health considerations, or if you are simply noticing unusual sensations that coincide with your sleeping position. Perhaps you've sometimes felt a strange flutter, a skipped beat sensation, or a vague discomfort in your chest when lying on your left side that seems to ease when you shift positions. For some, especially those with pre-existing heart conditions, this gravitational effect can be more pronounced or noticeable. Doctors sometimes recommend that patients with certain heart issues, like heart failure, avoid prolonged left-side sleeping because it might increase pressure on the heart. While that's a specific medical recommendation for a diagnosed condition, The principle applies more broadly to understanding why this position could potentially be less comfortable or subtly affect people as they age, even without a specific diagnosis. Think about it like carrying a slightly heavy bag. If you're young and strong, you might not even notice it. If you're a bit older, or perhaps have a nagging shoulder issue, that same bag, carried in a certain way, might start to feel uncomfortable or exacerbate the existing issue. It's the same weight, but the body's ability to handle it effortlessly has changed. Similarly, the subtle gravitational pull on the heart is always there when you lie on your left side, but the body's response to it might change with age or underlying health status. It's about cumulative effects and reduced resilience. So, what does this mean in practice? It means becoming more aware of your body and how it feels in different positions. If you are a consistent left side sleeper and you sometimes wake up feeling a bit of pressure or discomfort in your chest area, or notice unusual heart sensations, it might be worth experimenting with other sleeping positions. It's not a guarantee that your sleep position is the cause, but it's a simple variable you can explore. Making a change doesn't have to be drastic. You can try using a body pillow to prop yourself up or discourage rolling fully onto your left side. Placing a pillow strategically behind your back can help you remain on your right side or back. Sometimes, just being conscious of how you fall asleep can help you adjust your initial position. It's about a gentle nudge towards a potentially more comfortable alignment for your organs, particularly the heart. As you get older, it's a simple consideration, a little piece of body mechanics awareness that might make a difference to your overall sense of comfort and well-being during the night. It's worth exploring if you feel it might apply to you. Now, beyond the potential effects on the heart that we just discussed, sleeping on your left side as you get older can also sometimes contribute to discomfort related to digestion. This is another significant area where body position can make a difference. And it's a common concern for people over 65. The stomach is located on the left side of your upper abdomen. It's shaped a bit like a J when you lie on your left side. The stomach is positioned below the esophagus, the tube that carries food down from your mouth. This positioning can sometimes make it easier for stomach acid to flow back up into the esophagus, especially if your lower esophageal sphincter, the valve that's supposed to keep acid in the stomach, isn't working quite as efficiently as it used to. And let's be honest, for many of us as we get older, that valve can sometimes be a little less robust. Heartburn and GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, are very common issues in older adults. Symptoms can range from a mild burning sensation in the chest or throat to regurgitation of food or sour liquid. While diet and lifestyle factors are huge contributors to these issues, how you sleep can definitely play a role. Sleeping on the left side can sometimes worsen these symptoms for susceptible individuals because of that anatomical arrangement. The acid is simply more likely to pool near the opening to the esophagus. In contrast, sleeping on your right side tends to keep the stomach's contents, including acid, away from the esophageal opening. Studies have actually shown that right-side sleeping is often associated with less acid reflux and fewer heartburn symptoms compared to left-side sleeping. This makes sense when you visualize the stomach's position. On the right side, gravity helps keep things where they should be, down in the stomach. So, if you are someone who struggles with heartburn or acid reflux, especially at night, and you are a left-side sleeper, this is another really compelling reason to consider trying a different position. Just like with the heart, it's not a guaranteed fix, but it's a simple adjustment that could potentially alleviate some of your symptoms. Imagine waking up without that familiar burning feeling, or not having sleep interrupted by discomfort. Apart from the heart and stomach, there's also some discussion, though perhaps less clinically emphasized for the general population, about how sleep position can affect the lymphatic system and circulation. The lymphatic system is crucial for clearing waste and supporting the immune system. Some theories suggest that sleeping on the right side might allow for better lymphatic drainage, particularly on the left side of the body, which handles lymphatic fluid from a larger portion of the body. However, The research on this specific point in relation to sleep position and aging is less established compared to the evidence concerning the heart and digestion. The main takeaways for most people over 65 considering sleep position relate primarily to potential comfort issues with the heart and the significant impact on digestive symptoms like heartburn. Now, you might be thinking, okay, if left side isn't always ideal, and right side seems better for digestion and potentially the heart, what about sleeping on my back? Sleeping on your back is often considered a neutral position for the spine and can be excellent for alignment. It generally doesn't put pressure on internal organs in the same way side sleeping does. For some people, back sleeping can be very comfortable and beneficial. However, it's not without its own potential drawbacks, particularly as we age. Back sleeping can exacerbate snoring and is the position most likely to worsen or trigger obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night. Sleep apnea becomes more common with age and can have serious health consequences. If you know you snore heavily or suspect you might have sleep apnea, sleeping on your back might not be the best choice for you unless you are using a treatment like a CPAP machine. Also, some people find back sleeping puts strain on their lower back, especially if they don't use a pillow under their knees to maintain the natural curve of the spine. And for others, it simply feels less secure or comfortable than being on their side. So, finding the best sleeping position isn't about following a strict rule. It's about understanding the potential effects of different positions and finding what works best for your body. Taking into account your age, your individual health status, and what feels most comfortable and allows you to get restful sleep. The goal is quality sleep, and position is just one piece of that puzzle. If you've been a lifelong left side sleeper and you're curious about trying something new based on what we've discussed, how do you actually make the change? It can be difficult to break a habit that you've had for decades. Your body is used to it, and you might automatically roll back onto your left side during the night without even realizing it. This is where a little conscious effort and some simple tools can help. One effective method is using pillows as physical barriers to encourage sleeping on your right side. You can place a body pillow or even just a few regular pillows behind your back. This makes it uncomfortable to roll over onto your left side during the night. To encourage back sleeping, you can place pillows on either side of you, from your waist down, to prevent you from rolling onto your sides. Another technique, sometimes suggested, is the tennis ball trick. Although this can be a bit uncomfortable, you can sew a small pocket onto the back or left side of a pajama top and place a tennis ball inside. When you start to roll onto that side, the discomfort of the ball reminds you to change position. This might be a bit too disruptive for some people's sleep, but it's an option if other methods aren't working. Consistency is key. It might take several nights or even weeks for your body to adjust to a new preferred position. Don't get discouraged if you wake up on your left side sometimes. Just gently reposition yourself and try again the next night. Pay attention to how you feel in the morning. Do you notice less heartburn? Does your chest feel more comfortable? Are you sleeping more soundly? Your body will give you clues about what position is serving you best. Remember, this exploration of sleep position is about optimizing comfort and potentially alleviating minor symptoms. It's not a substitute for medical advice. If you have significant or persistent symptoms, whether they are related to your heart, digestion, or sleep quality itself, it is always important to talk to your doctor. They can properly diagnose any underlying conditions and provide guidance tailored to your specific health needs. They can also help you weigh the pros and cons of different sleep positions based on your medical history. For example, if you have severe sleep apnea, addressing that might be a much higher priority than your sleep position preference. Ultimately, the goal is to find a sleeping position that is comfortable, supports good sleep quality, and minimizes any potential discomfort or negative health impacts. As we age, paying attention to these seemingly small details, like how we position ourselves during sleep, can be a powerful form of self-care. It's about making conscious choices that support our changing bodies and help us feel our best. It's about taking an active role in our well-being, listening to the signals our body sends us, and being willing to make little adjustments that could lead to big improvements in how we feel day to day. Don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep in a position that truly supports your body. So, we've talked about why sleeping on your left side might be something to reconsider as you navigate life over 65, looking specifically at the potential subtle effects on your heart and the more direct impact it can have on digestion and heartburn. We've also touched on alternative positions like sleeping on your right side, which can often be more beneficial for digestion and potentially easier on the heart for some. And back sleeping, which offers good spinal alignment but can be problematic for snoring or sleep apnea. The key takeaway isn't that left side sleeping is suddenly forbidden after a certain age, but rather that understanding these physiological considerations can empower you to make informed choices about what feels best and supports your unique body as it ages. It's about awareness and gentle experimentation. Remember, making small adjustments can truly make a big difference in your overall comfort and health as you get older. Simply becoming aware of how your body feels in different sleep positions is the first step. You might find that a slight shift, encouraged by a pillow or just conscious effort, leads to fewer nights battling heartburn or feeling subtle, unexplained discomfort. It's about optimizing your sleep environment and habits to give your body the best chance to rest and repair itself effectively each night. Quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental pillar of health, especially as we age. By paying attention to details like sleep position, alongside maintaining a healthy diet, staying active, and managing stress, you are building a strong foundation for thriving in this chapter of your life. Don't feel pressured to completely abandon a sleep position you've used your whole life overnight. This is about exploration and finding what enhances your well-being. If left side sleeping is the only way you can comfortably fall and stay asleep, and you don't experience any of the issues we've discussed, then it's likely the right position for you. Your comfort and ability to get restful sleep are the most important factors. This information is simply another tool in your health and wellness toolkit. Something to be aware of and consider if you're experiencing certain symptoms or are curious about optimizing your sleep habits. We've covered quite a bit, exploring how gravity and anatomy interact with our sleeping position and how this can become more relevant for our bodies as we age. It's fascinating how something as seemingly simple as which side you lie on can have these subtle yet potentially noticeable effects. This is just one example of how understanding our bodies a little better can help us make small, positive changes for a healthier, more comfortable life. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed that certain sleeping positions affect how you feel in the morning? Have you tried changing your sleep position? And did it make a difference for you? Especially if you're over 65. Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your story could be incredibly helpful and encouraging for others in our community. If you found this video helpful, or if it gave you something new to think about regarding your own sleep, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me know what topics resonate with you and helps others find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. I share videos focused on practical tips, surprising insights, and encouraging advice to help you live your best life at every age. Join our community so you don't miss out on future content designed just for you. Thank you for watching. Remember, your well-being is in your hands, and even small adjustments can lead to a world of difference. Live your best life at every age.